All right, good morning, everybody. We have a total body workout today. All you need is a kettlebell, maybe pick two, so that way you can pick between a heavy and a light weight throughout the workout. But let's go ahead and get you guys warmed up. We're gonna start with the feet nice and wide. We're gonna go into a squat, pointing the toes out wide, hold it for a little bit, and just stay low. Go ahead and sink there and stay there. As you can see, Amanda's shifting back and forth. You wanna go ahead and stay low and kind of bounce back and forth. If you have any kinks, get them out here. Man, Melanie, it's gonna be so hard not to smile. You got a bunny hopping across your screen. How do I do this? 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go right into gate swings, which is dropping into that lower position you guys were just in, and go ahead, drop down, pop straight up. Good morning again, everybody that just joined us on Zoom. We're gonna do a few more gate swings, and then we're gonna hold our bottom squat again in 3, 2, and 1. Stay there and hold, but now we're gonna crawl our arms out towards the camera. Go ahead and walk your arms out and hold there. From here, with a wide base, we're gonna do shoulder taps. Breathe out as you tap your hand across to the opposite shoulder. Keep yourself moving. A few more rounds of these shoulder taps, and then we're gonna go in for 3 very slow push-ups, working your way down. Ready, and begin. Go ahead and drive your elbows down slow. Breathe out on the way up. We're going just for 3. On your final push-up, you can go ahead and drop down to your knees if you aren't doing them on your knees already. And we're gonna go right into fire hydrants. Swinging the knee off to the side, back and forth, left to right, right to left. Trying to keep those arms nice and straight underneath the shoulders, balance. All right. Yeah, so that's just gonna keep, if he keeps doing that, it's just gonna keep on cutting it off. All right, after you guys have done your rollover series, you can stay down. We're gonna go into our bridges next. So go ahead and plant your feet down, push your hips up in the air. It's okay to pause a little bit at the top. Don't worry about how many you're getting. This is just to get a good stretch in your hips, as well as getting the quads full lengthened. After you guys finish that last one, roll over to the side. You guys can face the camera like a beach pose. Hips are stacked, ankles are stacked. We're gonna raise the upper leg first, that top one. Go ahead and do some side leg raises. After you guys get a few reps, go ahead and plant that top leg down in front of you, and we're gonna do an inside leg raise next when you're ready. All right, as you guys are finishing up that round, just go ahead and turn yourself around. We're gonna do the top leg again on the opposite side. Keeping the hips stacked, keep yourself nice and tall, shoulder blades back, in 3, 2, and plant that top leg and raise the inside leg. Nice work, guys. As you guys finish that one up, we're gonna stand back up nice and easy. As we get up, we're gonna start doing some jumping jacks. We're gonna go through the series. We're starting out with regular jumping jacks first. When you're ready, go for it. All right, we're doing only a few of these, and then we're gonna cycle right into our seal jacks in 3, 2, and 1. Keep the shoulder blades down, open up your chest, each jack. We're not gonna hit flings. You're gonna go ahead and take a break for a second. If you were joining us the other day, we were doing behind the back jacks. We're gonna go ahead and get back into those. So start with your hands, clap behind your back, pull your shoulder blades back. You're gonna clap on the way up and on the way down. Big range of motion here. When you're ready for these back jacks, go ahead. Big ones. You're trying to pull the shoulder blades back, open up your posture, get a few more reps. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, this is gonna kick the balance in a little bit more into gear. So we're gonna go from a reverse lunge into a knee drive. Kick one leg back behind you, and on the way up, swing that knee up like you're gonna be kneeing a soccer ball. I don't know what else I was gonna say there. Go ahead and get that rhythm down first. We're doing a few more. 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Breathing out when you guys come up. Make sure those knees are stacked. Don't let your knee cave in on that lunge. We have a few more reps. 3, 2, and 1. When you're done that, stand tall, palms down. We're doing little small circles to start. And as you're doing these reps, start to open them up. There's no need for speed. We're just working on a big range of motion. Start opening up when you're ready. All right. After you guys finish that full range of motion, let's switch directions with that circle. Big, big, big. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Excellent. So if you were with us last week, we're going to hop into something pretty similar, but we're going to be progressing it. So again, if you need to change things up, I'll show you guys some regressions along the way. But we're going to start out with a sumo deadlift and then into a lateral lunge. I'm going to have Amanda show us that one real quick. This will be with a kettlebell, so let's go ahead and watch real quick. You're going to go ahead and get your feet super wide, pointing away. The deadlift, remember, it's not a squat. Push your hips back and fold your body over. And then when you're done, we're going to go into that lateral lunge. Notice Amanda's feet didn't move at all. So after we do that dead center deadlift, we're going to pick one side of the lunge, go back to middle, and then go back to deadlift. All we're working on is not leaning, but we're shifting our weight over. So we'll do one more real quick. Deadlift down, on the way up, load into that one side, and then we're gonna go back to a sumo deadlift, and then load the opposite side. So get yourself ready, those feet don't move, and let's kind of get rolling. So this is gonna be for time. All we're doing right there is keeping the feet planted. When you're done that set, we're gonna go right into single arm bent over rows. Now, I'm gonna show you guys from a closer camera view. The bent row is gonna start with your palm facing you, kind of like you're gonna snap your football back behind you. But when you go to row, watch my wrist. I'm gonna rotate it and keep my elbow tight to my body. So we're gonna release, palm facing you, rotate, palm facing your hip. So think about adding a little bit of rotation in the shoulder this time, and it involves a little bit more range of motion. So let's go ahead and get rolling. This is for time. Go ahead and plant your feet down. We're gonna start with those sumo deadlifts into that lateral lunge. Pick one side, go back to deadlift, then the opposite side. Clock starts in 3, 2, and 1. Let's hit those deadlifts. And then when you come up, pick to a side. Deadlift down, shift across. Remember, you're not leaning, you're shifting your weight over. So do not kind of just shift your shoulders and lean over with your shoulders. You need to get your ankle, your knee, and your hip all stacked. Keep breathing and keep going off to those sides. Reminder, the deadlift, hips go back. The lunge, the hips go down. We're doing great. Get a few more reps in, and we're gonna go right into that single arm row in 3, 2, and 1. Pick one arm first and hit those rows. Stick to that side, don't alternate. We're right into that one arm. As you rotate, your elbow and your bicep are going right into your rib cage or your hips. We're gonna switch arms in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch. Our legs are getting tired, everybody. Let's get the hips down a little bit lower. Don't use your back as much. Use the legs to balance. Looking good. We got 5 more seconds. Get a few more rows. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. So, first round is done. This is where you kind of have to play with it. If you're using a heavy weight, by all means, maintain that really good pace you just had. If you're using a lighter weight, you got to increase the reps to get your heart rate up. So, we got some time off right now. Take a deep breath. Reminder, while you guys are recovering, if you feel some twinks we didn't get out during the warm-up, you can do that now. We have a few more seconds off. Everyone looked great there. Hey, if you were someone, I'm just gonna go over that side lunge again. Don't reach this way to get over. You're trying to move everything in the middle. Your whole entire body wants to get across. So keep that in mind. All right, get yourselves ready. We're gonna go into our second set. Set yourself up in 3, 2, and 1. Nancy, I'm gonna catch you along. This is a sumo deadlift into some lateral lunges. So do your sumo deadlift first, then when you guys come up from that, pick one side to lunge to. But those feet don't move. Feet are planted, toes are pointing slightly outside and pointing about that 45-degree angle. I'll repeat it again. Sumo deadlift, then you pick one side to lunge to, go back to that sumo deadlift, then go the other side. We got 5 more seconds, gang. 3, 2, and go right to that row again. Plant the feet wide, palm facing you to start, and then rotate your palm into your hip while you're pulling up. Back stays flat, everybody. In a few seconds, we're gonna switch sides. 3, 2, and 1. Switch arms. This is where that fatigue kicks in, and we might raise the hips a little bit. Sink your hips back down, plant the feet, shift your weight to your heels, and dig in. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Excellent job. That's 2 sets down. Here's a quick reminder. Your breathing pattern is part of the lift. If you are not in sync with your breathing, 2 things are gonna happen. 1, you're gonna get tired faster, and 2, you're not gonna be able to get as much out of the reps. So keep that in mind. Take a deep breath. Always fight. When you're fighting gravity, that's when you exhale. When the weight comes up or when your body comes up, try to breathe out. Also, don't forget to breathe in as well. Don't just keep breathing out and get yourself panted. Try to control that. We're gonna start again in a little bit, in about 15 seconds. All right. Shake those legs out. Remember, plant your whole feet. Don't shift to your toes and don't bend your knees. Your ankle to your knee is vertical. Your hips are going back for the deadlift. Go into your sumo positions. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Deadlift, pop up, shift your weight over. Deadlift, pop up, shift your weight over. Breathe out when you guys are coming back up. It's like a dance move if I can keep up with Amanda's pace. Keep going, guys. Here we go. Remember to fold over. This is not a squat to a lunge. This is a deadlift. In 3, 2, 1. Bent row with that rotation. You want to drive that elbow over your back towards the ceiling or towards the corner of that roof. Keep going. Breathe out on the way up. Everybody get that butt down a little bit lower. Keep working for it. Switch sides now. Digging in. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Drive that elbow up. Keep your rhythm. 3, 2, 1.
That was 3.
We got one more set for this.
Oh, really? Whew.
Oh, yeah.
4 sets, all right.
Sure. All right. So we're coming down to a little bit less than 30 seconds left. Keep getting a couple breaths in. Remember to use your whole foot when you guys are trying to balance. Even when you guys do that lateral lunge, don't shift towards your toes to push off. Try to use your whole foot to get that lunge in. We're gonna go ahead and get our 4th and final set in for this rep. Here we go. Plant your feet. Get in that sumo position. In 3, 2, 1. Reminder, you are not aiming between your toes. You're aiming for your heels on that deadlift. Push that dumbbell or kettlebell down into your heels. Looking good, guys. Don't forget to alternate those side lunges back and forth. Work on your depth. Don't worry about how many you get. Keep on working in your range of motion. We got 10 more seconds, gang. Push through a few more. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bent rows. Sink your hips back, drive that elbow high, get some momentum out of it. Use your plant, use your legs as a base to dig in. Squeeze the back on the way up. We're gonna switch arms in 2, 1, and switch. Dial it in, guys, come on. Keep that rhythm. We're doing great. Few more seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Excellent job. 4th and final set done. We're gonna move on to a different kind of move. Amanda's gonna show us this one. This is to complement what we just did. It's literally gonna be a different movement, but the same muscle groups. So this is gonna be a sumo squat into a frog squat. Sounds kind of funny, but what we're gonna work on is you're gonna lower down using your quads and your glutes, and before you come out of it, you're gonna shift your hips back up, engage the hamstrings, go back down and squat up. So let's show it again. We're gonna go a little bit slower. So let's go ahead and sumo squat down. See how we're low, chest stays up. Then bring the hips high, bring the hips back down, and come back up. So there's 2 movements at the bottom. It's gonna be the bottom squat, then we're gonna engage the hamstrings, lengthen them, come back underneath, and push back up. Think about this, you are always lowering and raising with your chest up vertical to vertical to the movement. So keep that in mind. And then from our frog squat, we're gonna go from there into a curl to front raise. You can use the outside of the bells. We're gonna start with that nice bell. It can be a lighter one if you have it. Curl first, bring the weight down, and then raise in front. You guys practice your range of motion here, all right? See what you can do. Keep the shoulder blades down. So if you're using one dumbbell, you can use the outside handles as well. You don't need to use one arm for that. You can still use a dumbbell. But let's go ahead and get rolling. This is gonna be a little bit faster of a round, and we're not gonna do as much recovery. We're not gonna be doing as many sets. But go ahead, plant your feet nice and wide, toes are pointing out. Let's go ahead and start. Grab the belt, stand on up. We're gonna squat down, keep your chest up. Ready, set, down. Hips up, hips down, stand back up. Go ahead and keep your rhythm. The clock is on. Breathing out. I'm looking at everyone on Zoom. It looks good. You guys, if this is new for you, use this first set as a practice round. Learn the movement. Keep breathing. Control your rhythm. Chest up on the way down. Fold the hips back. Pull them underneath and stand up. In 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall. Grab maybe your lighter bell. We're going to start with those curls in 3, 2, and 1. Curl, down, front raise, reset. This is not about how many you get. We're just really working on good form. Try to keep your chest up while you're doing this and retract the shoulder blades. Yeah, definitely good to use a lighter bell here. A few more seconds, Kane. Engage the core when you guys are doing that front raise. Don't turn that off and don't lean back. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, guys, we got some time off. Very good. So just as another kind of follow through of that that squat to that frog lift, what we're looking at, keeping the feet wide and not letting the mid back start to round. We're trying to stay upright, lock in here, only go as high as your back allows you to. Don't go so high that you feel the rounding happening. Engage your mid back. If you have yourself on Zoom, you can watch yourself. If you're in the mirror on YouTube, watch yourself. See what kind of range you have first. But we're gonna go ahead and tackle our next set in a few seconds. We got 10 more seconds off. All right. Oh, we're going heavier.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Ground's in a shape now. All right, here we go. Plant your feet. We're gonna start, grab that weight, stand up with it to start, pull the blades back. We're gonna keep yourselves upright. 3, 2, and 1. Squat down, hips back, hips down, stand back up. Try to find out where your breath needs to be for this. You wanna try to breathe out at the end of the lift. It does not mean you're holding your breath, but try to keep it fluid. Reminder, tuck the chin. You don't need to look at the camera the whole time unless you're trying to watch Amanda do this. But if you're doing this yourself, you got it down, tuck the chin. You can look at your bell. We're gonna stop in 3, 2, and 1. Pop on up, grab your weights. We're going curl to front raise. Go ahead. Clock is on. This is your time to find the grind. Remember, shoulders, pull them away from your neck. Stand tall, work on your posture. Let's go. Patty, a good thing to change, unless it's because your shoulder. Go neutral grip with the curl and then palms down for the front raise. There you go. 5 seconds. 2, 1, time. 2 sets down, 1 to go. Let's see. Oh, this next one's gonna be tough. All right, guys, catch your breath for a few more seconds. We are in our final round here. Remember, keeping the chin tucked and aiming for the center of your foot. If your bell is out in front of you, it probably means you're leaning forward too much and you're gonna start targeting your low back. Keep your weight in the center of your body. Don't be in front of yourself, be in the middle of yourself. So keep that in mind. We're going our last set. Here we go. Grab onto your weight, stand on up. Get your blades back in place, get really good posture. Squeeze the feet. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Clock is on. Yep. Squat down, hips back, hips underneath, stand on up. Looking good, gang. Breathe out, get in your rhythm right here. We're past halfway. Keep your back engaged and don't just turn off the weight when it's on the ground. You can keep your shoulder blades in place and keep the rhythm and keep your grip on that bell. 5 more seconds. Try to get 2 more. Last one. Ready and switch. Grab onto your weight. If it's a lighter one, great. We'll go in curl to front raise. A few more reps, guys. Get in there. Fight through those last few ones. Turn on the biceps as much as you can. Keep it up. 10 seconds. Come on. And 3, 2, 1. Boom! We're done that one. We're switching into our third round of stuff, which is going to be a alternating curtsy lunge into a jump squat. A lot of things going on here, and there are variations. If you are not jumping today, do a squat and finish on your calf raise instead. Just get a little pop out of it. If you're gonna use a weight, Amanda's gonna hold it right at her chin. We're gonna start with one way for that curtsy lunge. Swing that leg around, stand up, and switch to the opposite leg. Let's do that one more time. So we're gonna plant one foot, sweep the leg back underneath, and then alternate to the other side. Notice Amanda's chest, knee, and ankle are all lined up. Don't start leaning around. You wanna stay balanced. After the curtsy lunges, let's show that jump squat. So we're gonna combine it all together. Lunge, lunge, weight goes down and jump. So there is a little bit of a catch that's gonna involve the upper body, and then we're gonna cycle through that. As you guys finish that set, we're gonna take a seat and do some rainbows. So that's gonna start on your hip, go over your head, let your shoulders vision, everything's following the bell, across to the opposite side. We're going back and forth, big rainbows. We've been doing that all quarantine. So the only big difference here is we're combining stuff we've always done. That curtsy lunge, both sides into the jump, then take a seat down and we'll cycle through this kettlebell rainbows. If you guys are not doing the curtsy lunge, switch it for a reverse lunge without that leg swing, all right? But here we go, let's try this out for the first set. Stay balanced. 3, 2, grab the weights at your chin, and 1. Go ahead. Sling that leg around, swing that leg back, drop the bell to your bottom position, and then catch back for the next lunge. When you guys jump, the weight goes down. When you guys do your curtsies, the weight goes up. And if you have a bell that isn't good at transferring the position, just keep it at one spot you feel comfortable with. We have a few more seconds. We got 10 left. Stay balanced. 5, 4, finish that last jump. 3, 2, and time. Take a seat, guys. Sit down, cross your feet if you can, otherwise keep them there. You want to get a slight lean back if you keep the feet off the ground, otherwise keep them planted. Go ahead, hip to hip. Remember, your vision follows the bell, your shoulders follow the bell. This is not the time to blast your reps. This is your time to control every inch. If you guys go fast, it's because you're moving quickly and then your body's just following the motion. Control and own these movements. A few more seconds. 2, 1, and time. Let's hop right back up. Don't take time and sit down. Stand up to catch your breath, guys. This is the important part. Don't get caught sitting. You got all day to sit. Right now we're standing. Here we go. Take a deep breath. We got 10 more seconds off. Shake the legs out. I'm tired from all this talking over here. I gotta hydrate. All right, gang. We're going to our next set. Let's set that curtsy lunge up. Bell underneath the chin. Plant that foot. Grip the ground with your foot. 3, 2, and 1. Sling that leg around. Stand up. Sling the opposite way. Drop the bell down. Catch it and do it again. You guys should be in a good pattern by now. Get your rhythm in. Keep breathing and keep going. Dial it in. Stay focused. Push it up. That's a good one. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and take your seat. We're going back to the kettlebell rainbow. Plant the feet. Bell is at your hip. Use your arms. Use your biceps to start almost in a curl before you go overhead. Feel your arms engaged. Let's go. Breathing out. Rotate up. A few more seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. 2 sets down, 1 set to go. Keep breathing. It's a good time to stand yourselves up. Maybe put your hands over your head, something that's going to help out with pulling your posture better and getting the lungs to really open up. All right, we have our final set here, guys. From those past 2 sets, hopefully you found out wherever pace you like. Get into the rhythm here. Follow your speed and get as much out of this as you guys can. Right now, when that squat, that inner knee muscle right here, right in the inside of your knee, this is the guy that's working on these lunges when you do the curtsies. So keep that in mind. Let's get going. Grab your weight. Catch it right at your chin. Squeeze the bell tight. Get the elbows underneath the bell. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's hit it. Time to grind. Curtsy, curtsy. Then you got the jump. Keep catching that bell, get in a good rhythm, guys. Breathe out on the way up. This is your time to work on your depth, get in your zone. Let's go. A few more reps. Keep the chin tucked. Push your weight straight down over that knee. We got time for 1 more set, 5 seconds. Get through each one. 2, 1, go right to the ground, take your seat, set up your position, don't hunch the shoulders, lean back, and get into it. Breathe out through the motion. If you guys are getting really tired in the shoulders, start to use your bicep. Curl the weight to your shoulders, then rotate and release. Here we go. 10, less than 10. In 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. I know we're all getting ready for summer soon, and we got the cannonballs next. So this is going to be a cannonball into a calf raise. That cannonball is a squat position. We're going to get the heels almost touching, toes pointed out, and we're going to drive the knees. If you're watching Amanda, look how far out her knees are going on the cannonball, and you come back up and try to raise the calf. If you don't have that balance, ignore that part, but get yourself rolling. The cannonball squat in itself adds calf muscles to it, but if you can get the balance down and add the calf raise, excellent job there. So we're gonna cycle through that cannonball squat. When you guys are doing this, the butt's going back and the knees are bending out. Here's a quick little thing. If you were doing this last week and you're only getting so much range, trust yourself this week or practice it between sets. There's a sticking point. You might not feel comfortable and you might feel like you're stuck right here and you're like, I'm not going any lower. Try it out. The only person that's going to see you is me, so go ahead and try this out on your own. Work on your depth. See if you can break through that barrier of that range of motion you might think you have. After you're done, we have, oh, if my phone could only pop up, we're going to go into tricep with a leg raise. So let's go ahead and show that one real quick, Amanda. You can lay down on the ground. It's like a skull crusher. You're going to go ahead and bring that bell behind your head. Legs are off the ground. As Amanda is extending, her legs are staying. It's almost like a 6-inch position there. That's going to brace the core. Reminder, if you are having a hard time with this, put 1 foot down. When I say halfway, put the other foot down. That way you at least have 1 base on the ground. That's a good variation out of this. Otherwise, you're firing your core the whole time and you're doing those tricep extensions. Let's go ahead and try this first set out. Grab onto your weight, stand up. Point those heels almost like they're touching each other. Get those toes pointing way far away. Drive the knees out. Here we go. Let's start our first round in 2, 1. Cannonball to calf raise. Drive it on up. Don't need to rush this movement. Just work on your own position. Keep breathing and keep going. Nice job, guys. Find that rhythm, find that pace. We're seeing some good depth on Zoom so far. We're gonna switch over to that tricep in 3, 2, 1. Take a seat. The timer's gonna take a quick second off as you guys are doing this. Reminder, if your back's hurting, keep 1 foot down, keep 1 foot straight. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Triceps, that means your elbows are always pointing up and that bell is going right over your head. Don't crush your skull, even though that's where it got its name from. Nice job. We are coming in at halfway. So if you are someone with 1 foot down, switch your feet. Get a few more extensions there, guys. This is more about, I know your core and your legs are burning. You got to turn the triceps on. Lock them out. Reach that bell. Lock them out in 3, 2, 1. Nice work. We're hopping right back up. This round is much less recovery. So hop on back up right away. Get yourself set. We got about 10 more seconds off. Quick reminder, when you're in that laying down tricep position, your low back's got to be firing down. Push your low back down, don't arch it up. Here we go in 3, 2, cannonball! If only I could figure out how to make these Zoom calls with like a pool, you know? Like I'll ask Becky how to do all that cool stuff. She's my tech person today. All right, keep going through this. We got a few more reps. Drive those knees out, breathe out on the way up. Keep going, gang. I know the heart rate's up. We're moving a lot today. Those legs are burning. Stick through it. Let's go. 2, 1. Final one. Take your seat. Laying down. This is more about the triceps. Don't let the legs kill you there. But push your low back down. Elbows high. Ready and begin. Go ahead and leave the arms up in the air. The elbow stays high. You're lengthening the tricep muscle and going back in. Keep it up. I'm seeing good stuff from everybody here. We are at halfway, so switch your legs if you need to. Patty, I see that weight nice and light. Move that thing faster, girl. You got it. There you go. We got 5 more seconds, gang. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So I'm going to give you guys one cue. This happens to me a lot when I do cannonballs at the end of my workouts and my back starts to get fatigued because of how much weight's in front of me. This is a kind of a crazy, weird variation, but this helps me a lot and it kind of helps me remind me of like loading a back squat. So with your kettlebell, if you are gassing out, holding it here, what I do is I take this thing behind my neck, I lengthen the triceps and I'm literally just resting it on my back like a backpack right here. You guys can do the same thing. The load changes a little bit and it actually helps engage your back. If you round, it's gonna hurt. If you keep your back flat and the muscles turned on, it's not gonna hurt your spine as much. That's a variation I like to add into. It turns off the shoulders, it turns off the low back, and it helps keep everything kind of loaded in. So you can hold the top of your bells there if you want. Also, it helps lengthen the triceps to get them ready for the next muscle group. Anyway, let's get ourselves going. We're in our last set and our best set for these cannonballs. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, drop in. I see nobody liked my recommendation on Zoom. Maybe YouTube will get it. That's the way I do it. Anyway, keep going. Nice work, guys. We're past halfway. Don't forget that calf raise, by the way. We're going down and raising up. Good work, good work. We're going down in 3, 2, 1. Take your seat. We got that tricep extension again while laying down. Lock those legs straight out. Pin your low back down. Clock is on. Reminder, the triceps, lengthen and then flex them. You want to work on that contraction at the top. Squeeze at the top. Reach to your belly toward the ceiling if you're trying to hand it off. We're right about halfway, so switch your feet if you need to. Keep it up. Looking good. Few more seconds, guys. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. All right, that was your final set there. We have our finisher before we are done for the day. Go ahead and get a quick drink. Relax for a second. So with this finisher, we are going to be doing a straight leg iso dead bug, which is a little bit different from last week. When Amanda's ready, no rush.
I'm ready.
When Amanda's ready, she's going to go ahead and show us how this is done. So as you guys are watching the camera, we're looking at one leg straight, the other leg is off the ground, straight down, and then we're gonna switch sides. Notice she's pressing her opposite arm into that knee. So if your left leg is straight, your right arm's pushing into that knee, and then we're gonna keep switching back and forth. This is gonna work on your mobility in your lower body, your core strength, and just kind of balance all together. This is not gonna be easy. Breathe out, go slow. And what we did last week was just a knee bent version of this, but now we're trying to raise that straight leg up. So that's a variation if you can't get that leg straight yet. Anyway, let's get rolling. Lay down on your mat, on wherever you got. Push your low back into the ground. Keep pinning that low back down. That's how you turn the core on, which is what we're trying to do here. Clock starts. 3, 2, and 1. Press and hold. We're going to switch in 2, 1, and switch. Keep pressing, pin that down, and switch. Right here, again, fire away. You got 5 seconds to press as hard as you can. And switch. Keep pushing. That leg that's straight, keep reaching that further away from your body. Use your pec and switch. Use that palm to push down into that knee. You're trying to create as much tension in your body as you guys can. Looks good. We're gonna switch in 2, 1, switch. Guys, reminder, we're just doing this for 1 set. It's gonna last a while. Dig in here. Don't leave anything in the tank. Switch. Push, 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 all you got. Not only is your hand pushing into your knee, but that leg is still raising up, creating tension into that palm. Switch. By the way, these are big breaths out. Push the air out as you push that into your palm. 2, 1, switch. We got 2 more, gang. This is it. Fire away. 2, 1, last switch. This is it. 3, 2, and 1. Done. Excellent job today, guys. That was a lot of new stuff by Zoom people. You held on and you kept right on pace. That was awesome. And no one's moving right now. This is great. We're going to go ahead and stretch. You can stay down there laying down. Just lay down on your stomach. All you got to do is roll yourself over. First thing we're going to do is stretch out that core. Put your hands on your shoulders and press your arms straight. Look up into that cobra position. Notice Amanda's toes are pointing down. That's great. Hang there and just look straight for a little bit. When you guys get yourselves in the zone, shoulder blades back, start to look back at your feet. You can rotate your neck back and forth. After you're done that one, you can go ahead and relax back down. All we're gonna do is grab your ankle and pull back towards your butt for a quad stretch. Reminder, ankle points up, it means you're stretching out your ankle. Ankle points down, you're hitting the quad a little bit better. Breathe out, a few more seconds, and then we're gonna switch sides. When you're ready. Next thing we're gonna do is just roll over. You guys can face the camera sitting on your butts. We're gonna stretch out the hamstring. Let's go ahead and tuck in one leg and reach for that opposite leg that's straight. If you guys can't reach like me, I use my hands behind my back and I push against the ground and lean my body forward, but that's up to you. After you guys hold that stretch for a little bit more, take some more deep breaths, tuck the chin, lean in. When you exhale, you can get a little further, and then we're gonna switch sides when you're ready. All right, gang. Have a great rest of your day. Feel free to stretch out. Oh, wow, Zoom just took right off. Feel free to stretch out anymore if you need to, especially if it's your upper body. Feel like you can go to a wall, open up your shoulders, push your head through the arms. But we are done for today. See y'all tomorrow for another HIIT class. Have a good Thursday. Signing off.